Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday Night Raw, as we are live from Brooklyn, New York, one night removed from the Summerslam pay-per-view, as we've got Sami Zayn, who put up a stellar performance in the Elimination 6-Pack Challenge. And this show, wow, like I said, we're coming off the Summerslam, and it was a huge show. We saw so many things happen, including the debut of the newest Raw Superstars, American Alpha, but we'll get to them at a later time. But this matchup stems completely from the U.S. title match last night. As I said, Sami Zayn put on a stellar performance. He eliminated Curtis Axel and John Cena in almost quick succession. To get two quick eliminations as well. He was looking to get a third until he was blindsided from a spear from out of nowhere by the U.S. champion Roman Reigns, who was able to retain his title on that night. But this man, you see, Samoa Joe, good old Samoa Joe, he is, normally he's pretty much never in a happy mood, but he's even more so pissed off tonight, because last night, he was screwed out of his opportunity at the U.S. title, as he was facing off against Roman Reigns. No. He's facing off against John Cena at that point in the Elimination 6-Pack Challenge, when Cena rolled out of the ring, and Chris Jericho hopped the barricade and nailed Joe with a lion salt and a code breaker, which Roman Reigns then came in the ring and followed up with a Superman punch and a spear. And after that, yeah, Joe was eliminated. And just like I said, he is not happy. You know he's not happy. But there's not much you can do about it anymore. But Joe will team up with Sami Zayn here tonight in tag team action to kick off Monday Night Raw. And they'll go against Chris Jericho, the man that has been feuding with Samoa Joe, and the current U.S. champion, Roman Reigns. As Chris Jericho, his tenure here in Universe Mode has been very interesting. As well, he started off on SmackDown, didn't get a whole lot accomplished, with his most notable thing coming as a loss to Randy Orton, where Randy Orton then qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match back in June. But other than that, Jericho, I mean, he hasn't been able to do anything on SmackDown or Raw. He lost to Samoa Joe twice since he's been on Raw, and that's it. But naturally, Chris Jericho, being the egotistical guy that he is, he's not happy that he lost twice to Samoa Joe. He thinks that he should have obviously won both of them. But he's been making Joe's life hell ever since that second loss. And that included last night screwing Joe out of the match. But now, coming out to the ring, we've got the current United States champion, Roman Reigns. And Roman, he won that belt, in case some of you do not know. He won it back in July, week 4 of Monday Night Raw, the go-home show 2 bragging rights. And he took that from then U.S. champion T-Ice, who was coming off of a 49-day stint as champion. So T.I.'s held the belt for exactly 7 weeks, and then he had that title reign snapped by Roman Reigns, who pinned Zack Ryder in a triple threat. So, and Roman, he's been kind of up and down as well. Of course, as I've already mentioned, he's kind of found an alliance with Chris Jericho. That's good for him. But it all depends. It all depends. You would think Roman, with the U.S. title around his waist, would be able to get some momentum, and he has turned his luck around from the way he started, or since the way he started back in Universe Mode in April. But Who knows? Who knows? We're just going to have to wait and see what comes of this tag team match, as it's about underway. But if I had to guess, what? It's not my job to predict matches. It's not. I'm just here to call the action. It looks like we're going to start off with Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn. Now that'd be a good match right there. And Zayn telling Jericho to bring it on. And Jericho just saying, no, I ain't fighting you. And he tags in Roman Reigns. As Reigns signaling Zayn, you're going to eat a Superman punch. And Zayn with an elbow and another. Went for a third, but it got blocked. There's Reigns. Just, oh, look at the uppercut from Roman Reigns. After a couple of strikes. And 3 strikes from Roman. You know, they're going to do way more than 3 strikes from Sami Zayn. But after the electric chair, Reigns is only going to get a 1. Looking for a neck breaker. No, he's not! Elbow to the back of the neck. He faked everybody out, including Sami Zayn. Got a 1. Still only a 1. Too early. Zayn quickly gets up, but he eats a body slam, a scoop slam. As Reigns with a knee to the skull. Now Irish whip. Sending him to the corner as there's a clothesline. Just sending him down. As Joe, you see, he already wants to end the match. 1. Still only a 1 though. Zayn's resilient, we know that. He's not going to give up without a fight. And of course, if you want to, there's no better indication of that than his match with John Cena last month on the Go Home episode of Raw to SummerSlam. That match was fantastic. And on that same show, Samoa Joe faced Roman Reigns, in which Joe actually made Roman tap out to the Coquina clutch. Which is why, you know, I have to say, Reigns was definitely the favorite. Not Reigns, Joe was definitely the favorite heading into the 6-pack challenge, but look at Zayn with a lariat. Zayn just psyched him out and took him down, you know, head over heels with the lariat, turning him inside out. As Reigns was trying to crawl, I don't know if he knew where he was. After a knife-edge chop, Zayn tags in Joe. Now Samoa Joe on the second rope axe handle to the arm. And back suplex to follow. As Joe now, he's getting his hands on Roman Reigns, which you know he definitely wants. But you know he also wants to get his hands on Chris Jericho for what he did last night. But for Joe, you know he'll relish just giving Roman Reigns all this punishment. As look at the 4 giant knees to the skull, knocking Roman Reigns to the floor. As Reigns thrown into the barricade, and just thrown back in the ring. Joe is controlling the match as Reigns trying to crawl to the corner, and Joe, yeah, he's not gonna let that happen. Just look at the frenzy, the furious strikes. As Joe takes Jericho out, knocks him right off the apron. Get a little bit of payback from last night, and there's a headbutt. Just flooring Reigns. And he floors him again. But Reigns blocked the chop, as there's an uppercut. And immediately, Reigns has got the momentum on his side as he slams the knee into the canvas. There's a big clothesline there. And now Reigns fired up. But the fans, you know, they don't like Roman Reigns, not in the slightest. But you know, Reigns doesn't give a damn. As there's 2 clotheslines and a 3rd. Or a 4th, depending on how you look at it. As Reigns just getting hyped up even more. Typically after Reigns goes on a tear with the clotheslines, he wants a Superman punch, and that's exactly what he wanted. And they nailed it. 1, 2, he could have him. No, he doesn't. Joe's not going down that easy. But Reigns, he knew that, as he's not complaining with the referee. But now he's got Joe by the back of the neck, just dragging him into the corner as Joe went face first. And now Jericho's going to come in the ring, once Reigns has already done the damage to Joe. As Jericho stomped the arm. Yeah. Love him or you hate him, Chris Jericho, he's very intelligent. Take out the arm of Samoa Joe, he can't lock in the Kina clutch. As there was the step up into Gary after some disrespectful kicks to the face. After the end of Gary, Jericho got a 2. And Jericho picking Joe up. Just unloading with strikes, chops, forearms, kicks, punches. Just Jericho, like I said, unloading. Maybe trying to go for a fury, a frenzy of his own. But there was a clothesline followed by a bulldog. And that'll do some damage. But Joe blocks the elbow. It just barrel rolls the legs. Just swept out the legs. And now Joe with a German. And a dragon. He wants the Chimera Plex. As here's the straight jacket German. Bridges for the pin. 2. But Jericho kicks out at 2. About 2.5. There's a spinning back fist. And there's a forearm. Joe just giving Jericho a taste of his own medicine. And you know Joe's strikes hit harder than Jericho's. That's one of the things that Samoa Joe specializes in if there's a giant headbutt. But Joe, he's putting a little too much behind these strikes right now. As Jericho back in that corner. And just driving the shoulder into the gut. And Jericho thrown to the opposite corner now. As there's that running forearm. As Jericho's got no answer for Samoa Joe at this point. It looks like Zayn's going to come back in. Oh, what do they have in mind? And Samoa Joe, look at this muscle buster. And Zayn on the top rope. And diving foot stomp. I don't know where the hell that came from. But it was enough to put Chris Jericho away. A muscle buster followed up by a double foot stomp from the top rope. Jeez. I've never seen Sami Zayn do that before, but they pulled it out of the bag here tonight. And Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe have picked up the win over Chris Jericho and I was going to say Brock Lesnar. No, Lesnar is scheduled for a match tonight, but I don't know why he's coming to mind right now. No, Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn defeated Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho, and that's a great win for both of them. Wow. Ooh. You know what? I don't like Triple H, but gotta feel bad for him. Yeah, definitely have to feel bad for Hunter. But speaking of Brock Lesnar from earlier, his scheduled match is right now. As I will spill the beans right now. Brock is set to face one half of the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto. That's right, he's supposed to face Kalisto tonight, and this is coming off of, at the Summerslam pre-show, Brock was scheduled to face Sin Cara, and that match did happen, but Brock Lesnar injured Sin Cara during the match, as he hit him with 3 consecutive F5s, and then a 4th one after the match had already ended. So Sin Cara will be out for I don't know how long exactly. As Brock Lesnar, it's always interesting when he comes to the ring. As we just saw some fireworks, some pyrotechnics come out from the ring post. That's interesting. But nonetheless, Lesnar, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's had one for the last few weeks. And he just wants to prove that he's still the Beast Incarnate. He can still whoop everybody's ass. But tonight, he's got to get through Kalisto to do so. So we'll see if Brock can get through Kalisto. That's Kalisto. He's fired up. Lucha, lucha, lucha. But looks like that fire's not gonna stick with Kalisto. Looks like, yeah, the fire's not gonna stick with Kalisto very long. As Brock's getting in the ring, Kalisto just walking down to the ring. He's ready to go. As referee holding him back. Brock just pretty much daring Kalisto to throw a punch, throw the first strike, and Kalisto's gonna oblige. But Brock blocked it. Brock blocked it, if I can speak. That's Kalisto. He's got the upper hand after the kick. Just kicking him into the corner. As there's two more. And there's the spinning back kick. As there's the drop kick into the corner. And Kalisto, he's fired up, definitely. He's got the upper hand over Brock Lesnar. Oh, went for an enziguri that Brock blocked. Was that right that time? But there's a knee right to the gut. So knocking him back into the corner. Spins him around. And Brock. Kalisto rebounded into a German suplex. And Brock Lesnar, you know, like I said, he was very aggressive last night as there's another German. And Kalisto, welcome to Suplex City. As your partner, Sin Cara, learned last night, don't make fun of Suplex City and don't try to do Germans when you're on the same show as Brock Lesnar without Brock just daring Kalisto to come at him. Kalisto obliges, but he's gonna get caught with another German suplex. That's 3. You know what? I'd say the production crew should make a suplex counter for every time Brock Lesnar has a match. But Brock just dominating Kalisto. And this is a little bit reminiscent of last night. Except Sin Cara actually had quite a bit of momentum in that match. Until Brock finally shut it down. Back to that giant clothesline. I think Kalisto's going to stay shut down. But there's a knee to the skull as well. And now he's got him up in a fireman's carry position. And just puts him straight into a powerbomb. And powerbomb to the outside. All the way from the ring. And you see Kalisto holding his back. And I've got a feeling that Lesnar, he's out to injure both members of the Lucha Dragons. And maybe even injure anybody that just gets in his way at all. As Kalisto thrown into that announce table. His face first he goes. And now look at this. Another German. And he kept it hooked this time. As he's looking for the trifecta. As there's 2. And there's the hat trick. It's count of 7 now. Brock doesn't care. You know that. 8. As he got him up. As powerbomb on the ring apron. And sends him head first into it. Into the apron as well. And breaks it up at a count of 9. Or just before a count of 9. As Brock, he's got Kalisto up again in that powerbomb position. As, no, don't do it again. Don't do it again. He did it again. And spins him head first into the ring apron again. I know I don't need to say this, that the ring apron is the hardest part of the apron. As Brock just carrying around like it's a toy. Just head first, careening off of the ring post. Off that steel ring post. Now count of 7. Count of 8. Just being drugged around. Just treated like a rag doll. As Brock slides in. Not letting himself get counted out. I wish he would have. As he's got Kalisto up. 4 and F5. And Brock looks like he's actually going to mercifully put it away after 1 F5. And that's exactly what he does. No stretching the match out ridiculously like he did last night. But Kalisto, somebody gets medical attention out here. After 2 straight, power bombs to the ring apron and then immediately being spun into the ring apron head first. And then after that, just being launched like a lawn dart into the ring post. Yeah, get medical attention out here. But we're not going to be able to focus too much on that, as we heard the announcement from Kurt Angle. Triple H has to defend his title. Yeah, Triple H has to defend his title all 4 weeks of Raw this month. And he's going to have to defend the title at the pay-per-view as well. And Kurt Angle didn't specify against who or anything, so my guess is it's going to be a bunch of open challenges, which does not bode well for Triple H at all. But he's a cerebral assassin for a reason. And of course, if you hate him, which most people do, but at SummerSlam last night, he was everyone loved him. They kept on chanting Triple H, Triple H, despite the call up from NXT, American Alpha. They debuted and Jason Jordan entered an open challenge then that Kurt Angle made Triple H have. So Triple H, he's the open challenge man from last night to Backlash coming up in 4 weeks. But we'll have to wait and see though who answers it. As Triple H, like I said, he's the cerebral assassin. He knows exactly what he's getting himself into, and he knows. You just know he'll do whatever it takes to keep that belt, and he's got a plan in mind. So we'll just have to wait and see who enters it, though. See what kind of a plan that Triple H will use. And, yeah. That's all I really have to say about Triple H. Not much more I can say about Triple H, to be honest. Not much more I can say. He's the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin. I mean, you hear in his theme song, bow down to the king. And I don't like this man, not by a long shot. I feel like he doesn't stand for what wrestling is. Always finding shortcuts and cheating his way to victory. Because here we go. American Alpha, second verse, same as the first. Last night we saw Jason Jordan. Hell, we may see Jason Jordan again, but we also could see Chad Gable. And this will be interesting. This will be interesting. I mean, personally, I would say it'll probably be Chad Gable. I would think Jordan would let his tag partner have an opportunity like he got at SummerSlam last night. But that may just be speculation on my end. But they are fired up because Jordan put on one hell of a fight against Triple H and almost, I dare say, walk out with that title. So we'll just have to wait and see if he can do it again. Or if one of them can, anyway. And that's what it's all about. The WWE Championship here in tonight's main event of Monday Night Raw. And it is going to be Chad Gable, not Jason Jordan again. Which I expected, of course. And Gable, he looks ready to go. Really, Gable looks just, pretty much just happy to be here, be out of NXT. And Triple H, the meanest, most aggressive looker I've ever seen on him. Just holding up that belt, staring just 2 holes straight into, the body and the head of Chad Gable. But we'll just have to see if Hunter can, if the Triple Assassin, if the King of Triple H, the man with many, many nicknames, if he can beat Chad Gable just like he beat Jason Jordan last night. Or, hopefully in his case, more impressive. As Gable, he's fired up. As Triple H just goes to the outside. Just taunting Gable, taunting the fans, everyone. Saying, he's going to get this match started when he wants to get the match started. As Gable just staring at him. Pretty much just, telling him without saying a word to get in the ring. But Gable cuts Triple H off at the pass. With the referee holding him back. Now Triple H in the ring, bowling over both Gable and the referee to nail Gable with the clothesline. They're just hammering away. There's a kick as well. And sidewalk slam. Triple H with the mind games. He said he wouldn't start the match until he wanted to. As he got a 1 on the sidewalk slam. Triple H, if there's one thing he's great at, it is mind games. As now here's a neck breaker. Dropped him with the neck breaker. This crowd's very pro Triple H right now. Chanting Triple H, Triple H, Triple H. As he drops the knee. Looking for another cover. Won't get it. But, only one. Nails him with another pin. Not another pin, another clothesline. Now look at the game. Laid back in the corner, telling Gable to suck it. Hitting the DX chop. He did that to Jordan quite a few times last night. And Triple H, just the overhand punches. There's all sorts of strikes. And now they're going to form into the back in another. And Gable's rebounding between Triple H's fist and the ropes as Triple H working the leg now. That could pull a hamstring. But he wants Gable up on his feet. Gable caught him. Gable caught him out of nowhere with that roll up. As Triple H almost got pinned. As Gable gonna throw some strikes. Triple H doesn't know how to react to the strikes from Gable. But there's a fireman's carry from the game. And Triple H going to be the one to throw the fist. Throw the fists. As Irish whip off the ropes. Ducks underneath. And double A spine buster. Shades of the Enforcer Arn Anderson. 2. Got a 2 on Chad Gable. Gable saying, I'm not done that easily. We'll do a lot more than that. But again, Triple H just laid back in the corner, hit the DX chop, tell him to suck it once again. And now look at this. Triple H with a pedigree. And Triple H again with the DX chop. Oh, he's going to do it again. There it is again. The crowd loves it. As Brooklyn, last night and tonight, they're proven to be a very pro Triple H crowd. As Gable started to get up, Triple H wasted too much time. As if he thought, the pedigree wouldn't be enough, as the crowd, almost drowning me out again. The Triple H chants. As this match is all Triple H at the moment. just driving the elbows into the side of the skull. Gable just has no answer as the game is fired up. No, ball pile driver! We've seen Triple H start breaking that out in the past few months as again, the suck it taunt from Triple H, as there it is again. Yeah, we've seen Triple H break up the pile a few times recently. Inside cradle. That could be into Gable after the pile driver. 2. Gable barely survived. I'm surprised he did. But Triple H, he is filled with the suck it taunts. He just keeps doing the DX chop. As he wants Gable up on his feet, who rolled to the floor. But there's an axe handle off the apron. And I'd much rather see that than what Lesnar did to Kalisto in the last match. Was up on the barricade there. As Hunter's going to put him there again. And face first off the barricade. Well, he's got him up. Oh, but Gable slipped out the back door, reverse DDT. As, again, the crowd chanting, "You still got it." A very pro Triple H crowd. As Gable, he was worn down too much. He couldn't get to the top in time. As again, the very loud Triple H chants had to scream just to be heard as there's the superplex. And now we're back to the "You still got it" chants. Brooklyn loves the game, that's all I can say. As again, Triple H going to give them exactly what they want, more DX chops. It's working for him. Oh, it's a spine buster, but Gable reversed. As we're back to the Triple H chants now. This crowd, they're not too big a fan of Chad Gable, it seems, but again, they love Triple H. But the butterfly suplex followed by an armbar. Beautiful transition from Chad Gable. Can he get the champion to tap out? This Chad Gable, I feel like he's close to being the WWE champion. Can he do it? Can he do it? No, he can't. Triple H fighting his way out. But I thought Gable was going to do it. As fireman's carry from Gable, the former Olympian. He's got Triple H on the ropes. As places Triple H in that corner. Rebound off the ropes. O'Connor roll and German suplex. German with the bridge. 2. No, he didn't have him. He didn't have him. And Gable, you see, he's not too thrilled about that. He's in disbelief. As go for another cover 2. But again, Triple H gets that shoulder off the canvas. As again, you just heard the Triple H chants. I'm going to say it one last time. Brooklyn, New York loves Triple H. But Gable trying to not have himself psyched out. When Triple H just, ended that, kicked out of his best shot of looking for the 10 count punches. But Triple H shuts him down at a count of 8. And there's the clothesline again. And again, the Triple H chances. Here's a pendulum backbreaker. And now he's got him up. And Hunter with a pedigree. Pedigree City. Gable, you did not want to roll over. As here's a 1, 2, 3. And Triple H is still the WWE champion. Gable got some good shots in, but this match primarily was Triple H, having the advantage. But that is all we have, that's all we have, in store for you tonight. This is the end of Monday Night Raw. And from behalf of everyone here, I hope you all have a good night.